The repercussions of sexual misconduct. It isn't just sleeping with someone else's partner or you not staying with your partner, you're sleeping with another partner. It isn't as simple as you hurt that person and you say, I'm sorry, and it's over. No. The effects you have on their mind, the psychology you have on their mind is very powerful. And what they do afterwards, because of that situation, will continue and continue, and the karma will come back to you. So if you're a womanizer, or if you're a manizer, or whatever you are, and you just sleep with people like, eat chewing gum. You may come across people who are just like you, but you will come across people who believe you, who trust you, and who love you, and who can be hurt. And when their pain is very deep and it affects the rest of their life. Example, they may do that to other people. They say, well, all men are like that. All women are like that. Relationships are like that. And they believe that and they hurt other people. They start doing that to other people. You encourage this process. You encourage this type of thought. You encourage that it's all right when it's not all right. And if you break up people and you hurt people and there's repercussions to all of that, it will all come back to you. So don't think, oh, I hurt this person, I confess, it's over. It's not over. It is not over. The karma is very powerful and will continue. And if you create a jealousy in people's mind, they actually want to kill you, or they want to get revenge on you, and they think about that all the time. Really, because I've come across many cases. They think about that all the time. They hate you every time. Every time they have that type of mind. They hate you, but they want to get you. You created that in them to create negative mind. Negative thoughts and vengeful thoughts. So every time they generate that, you collect the karma. Similarly, when you teach them Buddhism and Dharma, you teach them about compassion and love. Every time they think about you, you know what happens? They think about Chenezi, Tsongkhapa, they think about love. Every time they think about that, when they're angry, they go down a little. Every time they're unhappy, they think about that. The merit generated calms them down, and the merit comes back to you. Simple. It goes both ways, what? When you kill someone, it damages the family. Maybe you kill the father, and the mother has to work very hard, and mother becomes distraught. She becomes very down, depressed. She takes care of her kids. Maybe anger is taken out on the kids. Maybe the kids grow up unhappy, lost, desolate, and then they hurt other people. All that karma will come back to you because you did it. So therefore, sexual misconduct of the body, sexual misconduct of the body, such as cheating, trickery, and killing and stealing, very, very heavy. I'll tell you why it's heavy. Immediately the action is heavy and it continues. It's like an investment into going to hell. Because once you put your investment there, the interest just blooms and blooms and blooms and blooms. Very dangerous. And people who don't know that, they love it. They say, hey, I'm Casanova. Everywhere I go, people look at me and they want to sleep with me and they're proud. They're happy. They feel they've conquered. They feel they're boss. They're king of the hill. I hear many people like that. They're so proud of themselves. And I look at them, ooh, you don't know what you're in for. They don't know. Because why? Why be proud of the investment you're making into going to hell? Why? Wherever I go, women just look at me. Wherever I go, men just look at me. All the time, all the time. I can pick up people like that and like that, like that. Some people use their wealth to pick up people. Some people use their good looks. Some people use their charm. Some people use sweet mouth. Some people use trickery. Some people use magic. People use many ways to get people. But remember, yes, you've conquered. What you've conquered? Your chance to take a higher rebirth. That's what you've conquered. So you're not a conqueror. You're a loser. So you may think you're the knight in shining white armor riding a big white horse and you're a big Casanova, but actually you're not. You're an idiot on a mule. Hee-haw, hee-haw, because you're going to go straight down to the lower realms. You may think you're wonderful. You're not. And people who don't know Dharma, they will think like that. Not because they're bad, they don't know. Because that's what the world teaches us. So if we go on with killing, sexual misconduct, and stealing, always remember, hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. Just remember that. You're a nice idiot on a nice mule or a donkey going down to the lower realms. Hee-haw, 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 oh, hee-haw, oh. So don't be rejoicing that you can conquer people. Don't rejoice that you can sleep with 20 people a week. Don't be excited that you are so glorious and you're fabulous and everybody wants you. Don't. You know why? When you rejoice and you're happy about that, you seal your fate. And let me tell you, and the interests keep coming back. is one of these kind of interests. It's called the hell bank that you don't want. You don't want, and it's not a joke. So people who don't know, they think they're having a good time. But with Dharma, with knowledge, with wisdom, they can overcome. Why? They meditate on the disbenefits. Okay, how do you purify that? For people who are fit and able, you do 100,000 full-length prostrations to Vajrasattva. 100,000 full-length prostrations of Vajrasattva, and reciting 35 confessional Buddhas with the 4 opponent powers. That is one method. For those who are not fully fit, and those are not able to due to health or age or size, then those people would engage in the 35 confessional Buddha recitation of sutras and Vajrasattva, or sponsoring of large statues for temples, sponsoring of large Buddha images and stupas, building of temples, building of retreat centers, building of holy objects. That would be a very good way to purify. But if we can do both, it's best. If we cannot do both, one or the other. All right, so prostrations, full length, 35 confessional Buddhas, Vajrasattva and meditation, building of statues, as many as we can. Putting those statues in places where it benefits people the most, example, temples and retreat places. And the best, building of temples, building of retreat places, buildings of institutions where people can engage in the purification of their own negative karma, which you are the cause because you have sponsored it. Those are the best methods. Okay?